Hey guys, Brian here with Wolf's Prairie Outdoors. We've been doing our practical hunting ballistics series. You can find a link for it right up here. And in light of current events, we wanted to do something a little more in line with what's going on in the world. And today we're going to do some practical self-defense ballistics. I got my Mossberg 590A1 SPX, and we're going to be shooting some Federal True Ball rifle slugs, 1 ounce slugs, 2 3/4 inch, moving at 1600 feet per second. We're going to do this test at 20 feet so that you get roughly a home defense scenario situation. So most houses, you've got at least a 20-foot span in one of the rooms or down a hallway or something like that. And we're going to start off shooting a set of water jugs. We've got 10 water jugs lined up with some down each side. So if the bullet deviates, we'll catch that slug. And we'll show you what kind of expansion, if any expansion, we get and how far it penetrates, and what kind of expansion we get and what kind of devastation we get how early on into those jugs. If you check our hunting series, you'll see some of the rounds penetrate very far in before there's any real devastation. Other rounds explode on the first jug, and the first 2 jugs are just completely devastated. That's the kind of thing you'd want for a home defense situation, because you don't want it to pass on through and then expand. You want it to expand upon impact. So we're going to see how that does, and then we've got about an 8-pound Boston butt we're going to set up and see how it works on a fleshy medium. Let's get to it. One other thing, for those of you wondering, this is the Strike Industries VOA handguard. We did an install video linked up here. Really nice handguard. It's aluminum. The scallops on it make it really easy to grip. I like the functionality much better than a plastic or polymer handguard. I really like the feel of it. All right, we got our 1 ounce slug. Let's rock and roll. We got Terry on umbrella duty over that camera. I'm going to get wet, so let's have some fun. Eyes and ears, boys and girls, very important, especially doing this. Not as wet as I thought I'd get. Let's go check that out. All right guys, here's the first jug. This is about 20 feet from that bench. And jug
in the trees.
Yeah, and over in the trees. Jug number 2 flew back here, about 4 or 5 feet from the placement originally. And as you can see, they were devastated. Jug 3 turned to its side.
Let's see what happened. No hole, it just bounced.
Huh.
No hole in either.
No slug. Oh, here we go. Slug nestled under number 4.
Meltdown.
Check that out, guys. That really opened up. That's pretty wild. So as you guys can see, massive energy dump. First 2 jugs, and that's it. It dropped all of its energy right there. Yeah. Definitely a good home defense round, I think. That's going to dump a ton of energy real quick.
Shredded those jugs.
Yeah. We'll be doing some testing coming up with walls and whatnot, and have a little bit of fun with it. But right now we're just showing you hydrostatic shock, and we're going to show you a Boston butt right now and see how well it shreds that.
And we could put that Boston butt and leave a couple of these jugs up here and see what happens. Is it going to penetrate?
I like that idea. Let's see how far it penetrates after going through a Boston butt.
Yeah.
All right. Let's have some fun. All right, guys, we had some pretty good results with the water. We've got the water jugs lined up behind the meat. Great idea, Dad. And now we're going to have some fun. Hopefully I don't get covered in pork. Every now and then it does come back at us. So we shall see. Eyes and ears. Holy smokes. There's pork on the umbrella. Let's go check that out. All right, well, there's the chunk of Boston butt that took a nice flight, as you guys saw in the video. And let's look at it a little closer up here. And just for an FYI, I aimed to the right of the Boston butt so that I would impact the bone.
Wow, that's the entry wound right there.
Yeah.
Look how big it ripped that hole.
That slug does not mess around.
It ripped that big a hole going in. This was solid meat. Ripped its way through. Bone
is completely destroyed, obviously.
It blew that bone to pieces.
I need to start deer hunting with a slug.
It's just blew on through there. I mean,
that's a pretty massive. I mean, how big is that hole?
All this is just ripped to shreds.
Yeah.
Opened up. This was all solid across the back. There was a flank of meat here of some kind, and you hit close to that. But this is all just blown apart from that impact, you know.
Yeah, from when it hit the bone.
I mean, that would have been that's a massive, massive wound.
That's a very large orange or a small grapefruit.
It ripped this out of it.
Yeah, ripped a chunk of meat back there. Jugs 1 and 2 were used in the previous shoot, so jugs 3 and 4 were our jugs 1 and 2. and that meat landed all the way back by jug 5, which was our third jug back. As you can see here, the exit wound on this first jug is a horizontal slice. So obviously we had the same type of reaction with the slug. Let's see if we can find it in one of these other jugs.
And these side jugs blew off the table. There was enough outward.
Yeah, there was enough shock.
Yeah, shock. It blew these 2 jugs either side of here off the table. We'll get rid of this one.
And again, horizontal entry wound, so that slug definitely
and pressure blew the
elongated. And where's that slug at?
There is no exit wound. Was blew out over here.
Okay, so slug is in jug 4.
Let's see what we got.
Why don't you just pop that hole open inside and pull it out there?
Because I don't want to. It's in there. Rinse some of this gook off of the table.
And there, oh, hey!
Holy, look at that.
We have a perfect donut, guys.
Wow.
Check that out.
That is massive.
That,
If that thing's going straight through you, wow. Look at that.
All right, guys, no doubt that is one heck of a self-defense round, truck gun, whatever.
Devastating.
Yeah, Dad likes his little necklace charm.
It is nice.
That is pretty cool, really. It's amazing.
I'm gonna make a fake idol for Survivor.
There you go. He really wants to go on Survivor, so maybe that'll happen.
Yeah.
Keep that along with you.
I will.
All right, guys, if you like what you see, give us that big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button below, and check back often. We got a lot more videos like this coming. Also got some build series coming, some long range shooting, all kinds of fun stuff.
Oh yeah. See you next time.
Have a good one, guys.